This is On Cam Ready, where we help you become on cam ready for appearances on social media, TV interviews, video podcasts, and more. The goal is to learn how to produce the content people need to be seen and become recognized by the media. If you are looking to launch a podcast, a video podcast, YouTube channel, or expand your presence on social media, subscribe. If you're a guest who already appears on TV and you want to up your game, this is the place to be. Be sure to subscribe. And if you are someone starting out and you just need to start strategizing and building the confidence to just record that reel, this is the channel for you. Hi, everybody. I'm Jamie Maglietta. I hope you do subscribe to this channel and like this video as I pour my heart into learning how to produce for YouTube, video podcasts, and all the content that we need for social media. So if you're a personal brand or a business and you're really trying to figure out how to maximize all your resources and energy so that you can spread yourself across all these platforms, I'm here to try and help you navigate and overcome a lot of the hurdles I've seen as I've been exploring this area of production. I am a TV news veteran. I have nearly 20 years in control rooms, and I've worked across CNN, Fox, and MSNBC. In today's social media-driven world, if you aren't on camera, you aren't really present on social media. And that can actually hurt you if you're trying to be on television. If you're looking for a guest to join a show as a producer, you're looking at their social media channels. You know, if I fell in love with a guest in an article, but they didn't tweet or they didn't use Instagram or have a TikTok, it made it a lot harder for me to sell that guest as someone that's going to really nail it when they're on TV. It is important to put yourself out there. It also helps keep you in the conversation. So if you're someone trying to get in the conversation, you can get in the conversation by picking topics that you can provide value on and talking about them across your platforms. But how do you do it? How do you become on-cam ready and make the most of all those opportunities you have across social media? It's hard. I mean, even putting myself here, I'm a behind-the-scenes person. I don't stare into a camera, but I'm also not afraid of it because I've worked in TV for a long time. So I'm hoping to help break down everything from video podcasting to creating reels to creating content. So many people ask me, how do I, just make a reel about fashion and getting ready? Those simple things those things seem simple to me, but they're not as simple as many of us believe. And this podcast is going to hopefully help you figure out all the little ins and outs of what you need to do to create content online. I'm still learning. So as I learn, I'll share with you my wins, my challenges. I'll start to put in my YouTube shorts. I've been playing with all the different platforms, and, Instagram seems to be a great place to get creative. But YouTube and TikTok seem to be the place where offering tips and value are where it's at. So I'm here to hopefully provide and meet that need. I've spent most of my career behind the scenes. So as I said, but if I can do this, I know you can. Sometimes you just need a professional to help you get through it. Make sure you visit my website, oncamready.com. I am available for hire, and this is the teaser for the podcast. So right now we already have a trailer out. The trailer is out with some clips from the podcast, What Do You Do Exactly?, where we focused on careers and spoke with inspirational figures who have built strong careers that span across Instagram or film and branding. And within all that, I found myself really focusing on the conversations and the talking points that really can help listeners develop their image and create their own media channels. that's the direction we're going. I mean, as we all pull back from cable and turn to our phones, this is really an opportunity for someone out there listening to just go for it. Share who you are, make a business online. I mean, the past few years, I've noticed those who show up glow up. They make sales, build passive incomes, become authors, create brands, develop communities, and become celebrated. And this is the thing, like, there's so many people making huge moves online and are experts that I never would have brought on TV because they weren't in the mix or I never thought of them. There's so many great guests out there, and I'm going to bring them here. And maybe the media will start bringing them onto their TV shows or radio shows, and they have larger audiences. So maybe you guys, whoever comes on, will find a place elsewhere, and this can be your warm-up. But there's so many great guests out there, and I'm hoping to tap into. We're going to have a series of conversations with a focus on social media, media training, relationship building, and believing in yourself. Here's a clip from one of our interviews coming up.
The TikToks that are going bananas right now, doctors, lawyers, dentists, I mean, it's crazy. Plumbers, like because I go in, what I do is I study. I study what's doing well, and I figure out why. And it started on TikTok. It's now coming over to Instagram. Everything felt very scripted for a while in Reels, myself included. Now it's literally those talk to camera videos look like an Instagram story, but they're Reels and TikToks, and they go bananas.
That was Shannon McKinstrie, social media guru. She is so great on Instagram. If you don't follow her, you really should. She knows how to simplify things and just cut through it all and say, go for it. She works with clients and is an amazing expert, and she's becoming a friend, and I really do enjoy her. She's a former CNNer, and I think you're going to love our conversation because she just knows how to get people energized about being on social media. And we will lay out specifics to help you become on camera ready. She'll be our first guest coming up. Then publicist Aliza Friedlander, this former TV producer, turned into a TED Talk speaker. She decided when she hit that fork in the road to swerve. Such an inspiration. And as a mom who is also working from home, I can completely relate. But guess what? She's also someone who's behind the scenes and is trying to put herself out there more. And our conversation really cuts through a lot of the chatter around social media and hits at what you really need to become appealing to the press. She's a publicist and offers tips. You will definitely gain so much from that chat. Here's a clip.
My number one tip is to start sharing your stories on social media and using it as a storytelling platform and as a media outlet, in addition to a sales platform, a marketing platform, or a self-promotional platform. Mm-hmm. Number two is research.
Now, because she spoke about research, you need to listen to Brian McLaughlin.
So I've given presentations and I've gone through them 5 or 10 times to make sure the timing is exactly what it's supposed to be, or that I'm comfortable with the material and understand it. So rehearsing is and writing it out, like you said, having notes is important. Doing research. So a lot of the presentations I give, if it's on new material that I haven't presented before, I get some research so I can use illustrations and examples. And then simple things like guys don't often think about makeup, but I tend to try to put on some sort of foundation or concealer.
Mm-hmm. That's film producer Brian McLaughlin. He is so incredibly charismatic. He is a long-form entertainment producer, and through my membership of the Producers Guild of America, I connected with him. He puts together these compelling panel discussions for the Guild, and I just really enjoy the hustle He has. He's a former stand-up comedian. He also worked for General Petraeus. He talks about his time in Afghanistan, but he also shares tips on how to pivot. And I like how he really focuses on those entering the film industry, because you also need to be on camera if you want to put yourself out there and get noticed for jobs. So he has some great tips, and I hope you'll definitely listen to his conversation. Be sure to subscribe so you get the alerts on when these conversations are coming out. But speaking of being on cam ready, we also share media tips and get to the hard realities that television guests need to understand once their on-camera moment takes place.
As a guest on the show, the media doesn't owe you anything. They owe you nothing. Just because they had you on one time doesn't mean, oh, now I'm going to be a studio regular and I'm going to be on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the next year. No, if you get canceled, again, it's nothing personal. It's the producers only have so much time in a show that if they have to make a cut, they have to make a cut, and it's nothing personal. It's not, oh, they don't like me or I'm not good enough to be here. Just, I would say the main takeaway is it's not personal, it's business. And if something works better for the show, they're going to do what's best for the show.
That was Emilia Gledhill. You will gain so much from the conversation with her and her mother. They are veterans in publicity and public relations, and they work with so many incredible clients that you will learn so much from tips on how to prepare for your on-camera appearance on television to contributorship and what it takes to actually get asked back on after you've had your first appearance. We get to the nuts and bolts. We talk about it all. And that will be coming up in one of the first 4 episodes. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow this program on your podcasting platforms. You know, this podcast is a video first podcast. I will be posting it on YouTube as YouTube starts investing in more podcasts. I will also have a video version or an audio version on the podcasting platforms available, but it won't post until after the YouTube version. So be sure to subscribe and follow this channel as well as like the video. I want to know you're there. I want to know you're connecting with me. And reach out. I have a website, oncamready.com. You can also email me, jamie@oncamready.com. And find me on Instagram, Jamie_the producer. Let's connect. And I just wanted to say thank you. So thank you to all the guests. Thank you to everyone who has taught me along the way, editing and lighting, and helped me brush up on my YouTuber skills. It has been a journey. So I look forward to sharing our conversations with you here on this YouTube Video First podcast. And I'll see you online.